Hello everyone. Welcome to the video for today. You are in the right place if you want to get better at American English. I will be reading 10 simple English paragraphs in this video, which is intended mostly for beginning students. To help you gain confidence in your speaking and listening abilities, these paragraphs are straightforward, easy to understand, and full of common language. Here's an extra piece of advice for you. I will let you practice trailing me. When I read a sentence, shadowing is when you pause and then say it aloud. You can improve your pronunciation, rhythm, and speaking naturalness by doing this. That is not all, though. We will go on to a vocabulary section once we have read every paragraph. From these paragraphs, I will teach you some advanced English vocabulary. To help you learn how to utilize them in your own interactions, I will go over their definitions and provide sample sentences. Are you prepared to begin studying and gaining experience? Take out your notebook, maintain your concentration, and let us work together. A trip to the supermarket. Even though going to the grocery shop is a daily need, it provides an intriguing window into contemporary convenience. You navigate carefully planned aisles filled with boxed goods, specialty things, and fresh food. While the checkout queue hums with the rhythm of scanner beeps and informal welcomes, the bakery section entices consumers with the tantalizing aroma of warm, freshly made bread. Even though a supermarket run is a typical activity, it demonstrates the vast array of options available. We frequently take things for granted. The variety of breakfasts in America. As varied as the culture itself, American breakfast customs combine regional inclinations with individual preferences. Breakfast has something for everyone, whether it is a simple cup of oatmeal with fresh fruit on top or a substantial plate of pancakes, scrambled eggs, and sizzling bacon. Midwestern eateries serve heaps of golden waffles dripping with syrup, while coastal cities could serve avocado toast with a poached egg. A strong cup of coffee is frequently the essential morning companion, regardless of the meal. Relaxing on the beach. A beach day is much more than just a relaxing getaway. The senses are enticed by this vivid encounter. The rhythmic crash of the waves fills your ears while the fine grains of sand move beneath your feet. The screams of soaring seagulls blend with the laughing of children as they create elaborate sandcastles. As the salty breezes caress their skin, sun worshippers lie beneath vibrant umbrellas, enjoying the warmth. A great day comes to an ethereal close at sunset, when the horizon is transformed into a masterpiece of amber and scarlet hues. What American football means to culture. There is more to American football than just amusement. It is an organization full of passion and a sense of community. The focus of autumn weekends is on fervent supporters cheering from the stands or their living rooms, dressing in team colors, and throwing lavish tailgate parties. Football is ingrained in American culture, from Friday night football games in high school to the Super Bowl's majesty. It goes beyond the game, fostering rivalries, inspiring customs, and bringing generations of supporters together. Examining national parks majesty. The national parks in America are havens of unmatched natural beauty that provide a break from the bustle of the city. Adventurers looking for peace in nature will be rewarded by expansive alpine scenery, tumbling waterfalls, and expansive views. The expansive Grand Canyon, Yosemite's towering granite cliffs, and Yellowstone's geothermal wonders all showcase the untainted grandeur of the planet. From eagles flying magnificently overhead to elk grazing in meadows, visitors frequently come see a variety of wildlife. In addition to the charm of a neighborhood coffee shop, these parks encourage us to re-establish a connection with the earth and consider our role in its vast fabric. Entering a welcoming coffee shop is like pressing a pause button on the fast-paced nature of life. The sound of clinking cups and soft chatter blends with the heady scent of freshly ground beans. Enthusiasts enjoy anything from rich caramel macchiatos to smooth cappuccinos. While others tap frantically on laptops, others sit by the window with novels. An intimate retreat ideal for reflection or companionship is created by the warm timber decor and subtle lighting. Electric vehicles and the future? The popularity of electric cars marks a significant change in American transportation toward sustainability and technological innovation. Electric automobiles, once a niche market, are becoming more widely available as manufacturers place a higher priority on eco-friendliness and efficiency. Traditional automakers' products now compete with models like Tesla's svelte looks. Long-distance travel is becoming more and more feasible as cities put out endless effort to develop charging networks. Electric cars are a symbol of environmental responsibility as well as the changing story of progress in lowering reliance on fossil fuels. The charm of autumn. America's autumn is a symphony of hues and cool air that inspires feelings of regeneration and nostalgia. The landscape is painted in vivid hues by the bright crimson, amber, and golden leaves that deciduous trees shed. Menus are dominated by delicacies with pumpkin spices, and weekend activities like hayrides and picturesque drives have become commonplace. While Thanksgiving cultivates thankfulness via sincere get-togethers, Halloween adds whimsical elements to the season with jack-o'-lanterns smiling from porches. The allure of fall is found in its transient beauty and invitation to appreciate small pleasures. The social media's complexity. Despite being revolutionary, social media platforms have a double-edged effect on American culture. Apps such as Instagram and TikTok allow users to curate an idealized version of reality by documenting everyday life. Platforms create connections between communities all over the world by democratizing information and amplifying voices. But the never-ending quest for approval and likes can cause loneliness and distress. Finding a balance between remaining informed and consciously unplugging guarantees that these potent tools improve everyday life rather than take away from it. The role of dogs in the family in America. Dogs are revered as devoted friends who epitomize the adage man's best friend. They are valued members of many homes and are not just pets. They are honored with upscale goods, training sessions, and even social media accounts. Rescue activists put a lot of effort into finding devoted homes for stray dogs while stressing moral responsibility. Dogs bring unconditional love, limitless energy, and a strong sense of trust and connection to their owner's life, whether they are jogging in the park or snuggling together on peaceful evenings. It is time to increase our vocabulary now that we have read all 10 paragraphs. These advanced English terms, along with definitions and sample phrases, were used throughout the paragraphs. To properly comprehend these words, practice employing them in your own phrases. A regular part of existence. This expression describes a routine or significant aspect of your daily existence. For instance, for many individuals worldwide, coffee has become an essential part of their everyday lives. Take a look. To put it simply, a glimpse is a fleeting glance at something, whether it be a verb or a noun. For instance, at the film's premiere, she got a peek of her favorite celebrity. Imagine coming upon a well-known person while strolling down the street. You catch a glimpse of them. To get a glimpse is to do just that. Make a move. In other words, to move around something or a movement that calls for deliberate effort with ability. For instance, he was able to drive his car through the congested, little streets. When driving in a crowded city, you frequently have to carefully dodge other vehicles and obstructions. It all comes down to using your moves with skill. Aisles. In other words, the areas where people stroll in between rows of shelves, chairs, or other items. For instance, in search of her favorite cereal, she browsed the supermarket's aisles. Imagine yourself moving between the shelves of a grocery store while pulling a cart. The aisle is that. Plenty. In other words, a lot of something, more than you actually need. An example of a sentence. This season, the farm produced a lot of fresh veggies. A feast might come to mind, with so much food on the table that there is not any room for more. That is a lot. Essential. In other words, something you cannot live without or that is very vital. For instance, on long hikes, a decent pair of shoes is essential. Do you have a go-to item, such as a backpack or your phone? For you, that object is essential. Immersive. Meaning, anything that draws you into an experience on a deep level. For instance, the virtual reality tour of the museum is so realistic that it makes you feel as though you are actually there. Have you ever played a game or seen a film that transported you to the action? Immersion is what it implies. Decadent. In other words, taking pleasure in something, perhaps in excess. For instance, with layers of caramel and chocolate, the dessert was decadent and rich. It is acceptable to indulge yourself occasionally, such as with chocolate or a spa day. Ambience. Meaning, a location's ambience or mood. For instance, the restaurant is ideal for a romantic evening because of its warm atmosphere. Imagine a cafe with cozy chairs, pleasant lighting, and soothing music. The atmosphere is that calm sensation. Set priorities. In other words, deciding what matters most and concentrating on it first. For instance, in order to meet all of the deadlines, she made the decision to prioritize her responsibilities. Prioritizing, or concentrating on what really matters, is crucial when life becomes hectic. Deciduous. In other words, it refers to plants or trees that lose their leaves annually. For instance, deciduous trees that change to vibrant hues in the fall abound throughout the park. The lovely fall hues of red, orange, and yellow are provided by deciduous trees. Whimsical. Meaningful, whimsical, creative, or fantastical concepts or actions. For instance, the artworks by the artist give the otherwise simple space a whimsical twist. Whimsy is that tiny bit of humor or inventiveness that adds a particular touch to something. Companions, i.e., individuals or creatures with whom you interact and share experiences. For instance, dogs are renowned for being devoted and affectionate friends. You can think of your partners as your pet, best friend, or even a vacation companion. I sincerely appreciate you viewing. I am impressed by how well you practiced with me today. Keep practicing those paragraphs and vocabulary words since it takes time and consistency to get better at English. To help them stick, try incorporating them into your regular talks. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if it was useful, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Please share any queries you may have or let me know the word or sentence you liked most. I am available to assist. To ensure that you never miss a lesson, turn on the notification bell and subscribe for more videos that will aid you in your language learning endeavors. I will see you in the future video, and keep up the good job. For now, goodbye.